Okay, if you're here, say present, okay? Rohan Agrawal? Rohan Agrawal, are you here?
He seems here but is not present, maybe.
Yeah, he's here. Rohan? Okay, Pragya Jain?
Present.
Rename,
Present, Sir Rohan.
rename yourself as for 2, Pragya. Arham? Arham,
Yes.
are you? Okay, rename yourself as for 3. Shriyans?
Yes, sir.
Rename yourself as for 4. Khushi? Khushi, are you here? Okay. Srishti?
Yes.
Srishti, rename yourself as against 2.
Against 2.
Yes. Yes, we?
Yes.
Rename yourself as against 3. Kesika? Rohan Agrawal, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Rename yourself as for 1. Okay, few of you are not here, so we'll wait for 1 minute. Arham, you are for 3.
Okay.
Shreyans, you are for 4.
I have renamed myself.
Khushi, are you here? Sapna Mundra, are you what is your original name as listed in the category?
Khushi Mundara. I'm changing my name.
Okay, rename yourself as against 1.
Yeah, I am. Okay. It's done.
Okay, everyone is here. Once again, I am repeating the names. Rohan Agrawal. Rohan Agrawal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pragya.
Yes,
Pragya.
sir.
Arham.
Yes.
Shreyans.
So,
Khushi.
Yes.
Srishti.
yes.
Yes, we.
Yes.
Kesika, rename yourself as against 4.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we can start now. Rohan Agrawal, continue with your speech. You are for 1.
Government should pay on renewable resources because renewable resources, if can be renewed by humans themselves, then is very effective and can help the
1 minute,
future of
sorry to
humans.
interrupt. Switch on your camera.
Okay, sir. So it is very important for the future of humans. If humans can renew the resources by themselves, then government should pay for the resources, and um, the if the humans cannot, then the government should not pay. I am towards it, but still the human government find new ways to so that they can renew the resources, and sun, and they can use like solar panels, windmills, etc. to help us gain more energy, renewable energy. I have no more to say, so thank you.
Rohan, if it's possible, please keep your camera on some stationary thing, so that it will be easy for you to speak and show your hand gestures as well.
Okay, Pragya Jain, please continue.
Okay, so I'd like to start. Good morning, everyone. My topic for today's debate is government should invest more in alternative energy source. There are a few common reasons used to justify a government role in renewable energy investment, including energy security and affordability, the potential for job creation, future economic strategic positioning, and addressing environmental and other externalities. The energy security argument asserts that the ticket to achieving greater security and affordability is to invest in renewable energy that can be produced at home and doesn't rely on the whims of fossil fuel markets abroad. But in general, for energy production in the US, domestic fossil fuels win out over renewables in terms of cost effectiveness. Domestic coal is abundant and cheap, and the availability of natural gas has skyrocketed in recent years, driving down prices that are likely to render this option affordable in the medium term. It's true that renewable technologies have increased in cost effectiveness over time, but parallel improvements in fossil fuels technologies make it harder for the economics of renewables to stack up by themselves. If we acknowledge that investing in renewable energy can have social and environmental benefits beyond those that the private sector can capture itself, then the government and its policies can impact investment through changing the allocation of costs and revenues from investment, altering the allocations of risk, or guiding the business and technology choices of investors. The federal government has traditionally used finance to promote the development of new energy sources and technologies, improve extraction and production of energy source, or encourage domestic production of any energy source. Thank you.
Pragya, why was your video paused? How will I give you marks on presentation?
I don't know, it may be because of network issues.
Last time also it happened, I ignored it. Make sure next time that won't happen again.
Okay.
Khushi against 1, please start.
Mine is for 3.
No, we'll go in this manner now. Khushi Mundra against 1, please start.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. This is Mikushi Mundara from class 7 present here to take part in debate competition. And topic of my debate is government should invest on alternative energy. So I'm going to speak against government should invest alternative on an alternative energy. So let's begin. Yes, of course, I disagree that government should not invest in alternative energy resource because alternative energy is very expensive and basically we create a alternative energy to have sufficient energy to provide to the poor and also. But we often forget the fact that poor people don't have sufficient money to utilize that energy. The government should first invest on the poor that they could increase their standard if we have invest on alternative energy for the rich people. There are sufficient natural resources for creating energy for them. We do not subsidize energy for everyone, but we do for everyone to basically first invest poor for everyone to basically first invest poor, then have alternative energy. Thank you.
Srishti Kavra against 2. Please continue.
Yeah, let me open my video. So, hello everyone, and I'm going to speak in the against of motion. Renewable energy as it limits. The low efficiency specific to these technologies create a problem with the feasibility of such projects because the investment may return in a long period of time, which in some cases do not justify the initial investment. If we take each alternative energy source to see it represent a constant source of clean energy, we see that some of them rely pretty much on weather conditions. Solar panels do not produce electricity during the night and low amounts of electricity during cloudy and rainy days. Wind turbines, wait, Wind turbines produce clean electricity during the day and also during the night, but only if there is wind. Wood chips that are burned as biomass to produce low emissions electricity requires huge quantity of wood to produce wood chips every year. However, the latest energy storage devices available on the market allow us to store the clean electricity produced by our solar panels or wind turbine for a later use during cloudy days, during the night, or during days without wind. Thank you.
Okay. Arham Tatter for 3.
Okay. Hello everyone. The topic of the debate is should government invest more in alternate energy sources? And I am going to speak for the topic. Yes, they should. The government should invest more in alternate energy sources. In the long run, it will save more people and themselves money, and it will help the earth stay green so we can live longer, happier lives with fresh, clean air. It is a great idea to start investing into it now. Human activity is overloading our atmosphere with carbon dioxide and other global warming emissions. These gases act like a blanket, trapping heat and can create more frequent storms to drought, sea level rise, and extinction. In contrast, most renewable energy sources produce little to no global warming emissions, which would allow us to replace carbon intensive energy sources and significantly reduce the global warming emissions. Improved public health. The air and water pollution emitted by coal and natural gas plants is linked with breathing problems, neurological damage, heart attacks, cancer, and a host of other serious problems. Most of these negative health impacts come from air and water pollution that clean energy technologies simply don't produce. Wind, solar, and hydroelectric systems generate electricity with no associated air pollution emissions. In addition, in wind and solar energy require essentially no water to operate and thus do not pollute water sources. In contrast, fossil fuels can have a significant impact on water resources. Both coal mining and natural gas drilling can pollute sources of drinking water and all thermal power plants, including those powered by coal, gas, and oil, withdraw and consume water for cooling. Inexhaustible energy and employment. Strong winds, sunny skies, abundant plant matter, heat from the earth, etc. are constantly replenished supply of energy. Jobs and other economic benefits compared with fossil fuel technologies are more as the renewable energy industry is more labor intensive. Solar panels need humans to install them. Wind farms need technicians for maintenance. This means that, on an average, more jobs are created for each unit of electricity generated from renewable sources than from fossil fuels. They also create positive economic ripple effects in the society. In conclusion, I would like to say that renewable energy resources are a better option than fossil fuels because of these reasons. Number one, generating energy that produces no greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels and reduces some types of air pollution. Number two, diversifying energy supply and reducing dependence on imported fuels. And last but not the least, number three, creating economic development and jobs in manufacturing, installation, and many more benefits. Thank you.
Yes, we against 3.
A very good morning to one and all present here. I am Yashvi, and today I am going to speak against the motion that is government should not invest in the uh, government should not invest in alternative sources. Yeah, I agree that non-renewable sources are important, but I truly stand by that the government should not support this or invest on this because of the Jivian paradox. Any policy that subsidizes energy of any type can and will increase the total consumption of energy. This applies to much renewable sources as does not any other form of energy. Second is the moral argument against the subsidized to private businesses. It does not own the energy assist being deployed, then the assist of policies that subsidizes private businesses is wrong. Third is the argument for investments. Anytime you put into place government supports for renewables, you will get bad investment made that depend on the subsidy. Fourth, government are bad picking winners. There is a class of people who do this for living, and they are called venture capitalists. I, incidentally, the vast majority of the people are no better at picking winners than US government or any other government has been for this matter. My fifth point is that the government will give this to if the government does not takes earns the energy, they will give it to private businesses. The private businesses will increase the prices, and the people like us have to pay large amounts, which will be very harmful for us, or means like it won't be beneficial for us. Now, my sixth point is renewable energy is not an industry that inherently needs government intervention to function. My sixth point is energy policies can have massive unintended consequences. The object lesson in this respect is US anethol policy, built as a green energy project. US anethol policy has thus far turned out to be not so green as we would like. This was my last point. I would like to conclude by saying that government should not invest in energy sources. Thank you.
Shreyans for 4.
So may I start?
Yes.
The only fire extinguisher the world will have at the disposal is renewable energy. Namaskar everyone, it's Vishwas Bhagat going to speak against the motion on the topic. Should government invest more on the renewable energy? The last year, the world invested most money in all the coming years and all the years as compared to other years. It invested around 257 plus billion dollars, which is a very huge amount. There is no question that renewable energy projects need a final development and commercialize. Many things are their points in the renewable energy. It is very important for all the human life. Now, why should a government utilize its money on investing more on the alternative energy? Number one, direct grants and investment. No, not even a single person will have allowed to do illegal things when the setup of the alternative energy will be done. Number two, loans and loan guarantee. Whenever a country will take loan from the World Bank or other countries, it will always have a loan guarantee. Because renewable energy is something that can be utilized day by day and will earn more money and provide economic situation and condition to all the countries and including ourselves. Number three, tax initiatives. People may earn tax to the renewable energy, which will be very beneficial for the country and the nation. Now, moving ahead, I would like to say generating electricity will be easy as Nepal is a country rich in natural resources. It has more than 6,000 plus rivers, more than 1,000 plus lakes, and many other things which can be utilized more properly by the government so that it will be easy for the people to utilize the money, utilize their income, everything. Now, diversifying energy supply and reducing independence. We can be independent when we start using our own energy. This will not be supply and help to the people who are suffering from no jobs, who are suffering from no money. It gives opportunity to bio-based fuels, which will help the country. Now, I what personally think, isn't it enough for a country to use it renewable energy more than non-renewable energy and provide all these things to the government? Yes, I think it is. Alternative energy works with our current infrastructure alignment. It will work with the human resources. More human resources will be brought. Many Nepalis have left the country and gone to foreign countries like Australia and Malaysia. When they will see this, they will be encouraged to stay in their own country and get respect in their own country and work hard for their own country. I believe that. Now, why should renewable energy only be focused? Because other energy have enough supply in Nepal. There are enough of gas. Sometimes there is scarcity of the gas, but if there are biogas, people will always have a substitute for the other thing. Now, what I think is the main purpose for the renewable energy and the sustainable energy is it will develop the country more. Nepal is not so developed country as other developed country are. So for the development of the country, for the development of the mankind and its citizens, we need the renewable energy. Now at the conclusion, I would like to say it's not possible for the government to infract it fast. So we should also try to do our best, pay the taxes properly, and then be a good citizen. So for the development of the country, so Nepal can also reach at the top level, and we will be very proud to say, yes, I am Nepali, we are Nepalis. Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Namaskar.
Okay. Now next participant is Kesika against 4. Please start.
Can I start?
Yes, Kesika, you can start.
The choice before us is simple. Will they continue to subsidize the dirty fossil fuels of the past, or will we transition to 21st century clean alternative energy? Namaskar, respected judges and all my dear friends present here. It's me, Kesika Shrestha, back again to speak on the government should invest more in alternative energy resource for against the emotion. So many people believe that government should emphasize more on alternative energies these days. To a certain point, I would agree with that. But the government also should have measurable calculation before they shift the energy sources. For a number of regions, it is believed that the government should have extensive promotions on alternative sources of energy. Firstly, it is a fact that many new energy sources are friendlier to the environment rather than the existing sources of energy. For example, the usage of solar panel system is booming these days due to they are not producing any carbon monoxide. Secondly, the most common sources of energy that people use nowadays are not renewable. For example, most countries use oil, gas, and coal as their sources of energy currently, and we all know that these energies are limited as millions of people are using this energy every day. It will run out in the future. We should be concerned with how the future will get their sources of energies by thinking of alternative energy. On the other hand, before the government promotes these alternative energies, there must be a well-prepared feasibility study. They must ensure that those alternative sources of energy are safe for the environment. For instance, when the authority decides to use a nuclear reactor as a replacement of a diesel electric plant, they must ensure that that is safe. Any leakage from the plant would cause a disaster to the whole nation. Just like in the case of Chernobyl or Fukushima plants, then the government will also think how it will impact the unemployment rate. When new alternative energies are promoted, it means that there is a risk that the demand of existing energies will be reduced. Consequently, large energy companies such as Chevron or Shell will reduce their employees. The government should have proper anticipated plan and have the right solution for it. In conclusion, to a certain point, I will agree that the government should put more emphasis on new alternative energy these days or invest in it, but it should be supported with measurable and feasible studies. So by saying this much, I would like to, in my opinion here, still home, stay safe, Jai Nepal.
Okay. I think everyone have got the chance to speak. From round 3, the top 4 contestants will be selected for the final rounds and the results will be announced in the group. Please wait for that. You can leave now.